guys, welcome back to the Ferocity album commentary by Break Fate. I was gonna say your host. I am Mashana.
Might as well
This
be.
is Ricky, and this right here is Oliver, and we are Break Fate, and we're gonna be breaking down the second song from our album called Fire.
Woo!
Okay, yeah, this one's a very interesting one in regards to who wrote it and what inspired the.
Two completely different things.
Yeah, so Ricky,
Anyway.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go so I can remember what I have to say.
So, me and Mashana both wrote this song together, but it came about weirdly because he had a song called Fire, and we were walking along in a park, and I read it, and I thought it's a bit short, because it was really short, and then I was like, oh, read through my lyrics, and he read through it, and he found this paragraph of lyrics that literally fit so well, and I was just like, oh, put it in, and then we did.
Yeah. So your bit was the first.
The first
verse. So holding on to hope. That was my section. That was my verse. Holding on to hope, and everything else is me, and then everything else before that is Ricky. I actually don't remember what song my verse came from. I can't remember.
I know where mine came from. Mine was just, I was on the train home from a really shit job I had where I did night shifts, and literally everyone around me was like taking pills to obviously fall asleep because they're doing nights, and I was just like, I was getting stuck in that routine where I needed them because I literally could never sleep, and the world around me was really shit. I guess like the government was going downhill. I was always so always so tired and exhausted, and I hated my job, and it's just like a self-destructive paragraph about myself and the world I was in at the time.
I felt like I can't remember what song it actually came from, what the full song was, but I felt like the actual verse itself linked very strongly to what you were feeling, but from a different point of view. So for me, it was like what I saw when I wrote that verse was I was looking at how the song is from everyone's point of view, if that makes sense. It's like a multi-point of view, like everyone. So holding on to hope drains your energy and everything you believe in, and like I don't know, I was just like, for me I was like, everyone is trying to live for something, and I guess I was caught up in this moment of trying to basically question whether that something was worth living for. Not to sound like mad or anything, but like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
not sound like but yeah, it was just, it's one of those things where, again, trying to figure out how I fit in this world, and people say chase your dreams, go for your dreams, but once you actually get to the starting line of the chase, like your dream is over there, and you're on the line, and they're going 3 on your marks, get set, and then they fire the gun and say go. It's mad because you need to jump hurdles, you need to like go through a volcano, come out the other side.
You know what though? That's literally where I was. I was exactly at that starting line at the same time as you. I was doing a job I didn't want to do, and I knew I had to get somewhere, and I was like, how do I get there when I'm doing this all the time? And it's just crazy. So it's crazy you just said it like that.
It's mad.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I guess I like the idea of like, so fire is the idea of like hope, obviously, and like holding on to hope and everything you believe in. Fire won't last forever, to light your future endeavors.
I love those lyrics. Oh.
It's so haunting to me for some reason.
It's like the rise of the phoenix. Like from the ashes comes new hope.
Yeah. That's mad. So I guess Oliver, because you didn't write the song, what does the you don't need to say it like that. What is the song?
But I did write all the drum parts, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that, and also what the song means to you.
Yeah. So to start off with, obviously, I remember Ricky came. Well, we were in the studio, not the studio. We were in the rehearsal room when we were sort of writing all the songs and stuff. And lyrically, it had already been written. That was never an issue for us. Well, for me in the writing process. And I think when we were going through it, you had like this really hard riff, and it was that ding 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 ding. But I wanted to make something that was like really, really heavy, because for me, obviously growing up with like heavier music, the singles that had already come out before were quite not mellow, but like a mix between mellow and like soft rock, I would say, like indie alternative. So I wanted something on the record that would be like quite angsty, quite forward, that would attract like a sort of different audience, but our old OG fans would still love. So I remember laying down this beat on the toms.
They sound like war drums to me. They sound like war. They sound mad.
Yeah, like yeah, that's exactly what it was. And like in between that, I had like the little kick drums of like the doubles, and it was like in that it made it sick. And then obviously when the song kicks in more, I go onto the crash cymbal and it just all kicks off. And then obviously for me, the best part about the song is the ending. And that's just because I get to do the double bass drum with the big drop when we're leading up to it, and we're like dun 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 dun, and then just like
That's such a fun part to play live.
Honestly, like it is my favourite part to play live, and it was just that was a blast. Like that was the most fun I had writing.
Yeah,
it's normally like an opening track, isn't it? And when it comes to the, like, no one's ever seen us before in a room, and then we're playing a song, it's like, okay, this is cool.
And
everyone's kind of just looking over at us like, what are you gonna do? It's like
yeah. I feel like when we play live, people don't expect it, and then they see it and they're like, wow, like it's a great way to.
The first version, we actually wrote this song before Ollie came into the band. Remember, Ricky? We had a version. So before Ollie came into the band, me and Ricky were like, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna execute some of the ideas we had for these songs. And
I don't remember.
Okay, so the idea was you're gonna play obviously guitar, and then yes,
No, you can't talk about this.
Yes, we have to. So I had like a mic, and we're like, because the lyrics are sort of like kind of rappy and kind of like poetic, we had this idea that I would have like a mic. I'll be singing into a mic, but then I'll have a second mic that I would be like thumping into my palm, and that would like create like a beat. And it kind of worked, but we never actually like, we never took that like play live or whatever. So thank God Ollie came in and like did the business.
It was in the nick of time.
Yeah, it was in the nick of time. I'm not sure if we have a clip of that. I think we do.
You have to scout for it, so I have no idea where we're going to find that.
I think we do. It's probably lodged somewhere. So if we do, you will hear this. If you don't, we'll just like move on.
There was one thing. We were tempted to scrap this song because it just wasn't a strong song. And when we went back into a studio, we had this idea to have like all those harmonies come in.
At the beginning.
Yeah, because we literally nearly scrapped it. And the song started with Ollie's drums and then...
Yeah. And it just didn't quite work. It worked live, but on an album, there was something missing. And then obviously, I think it was Taka again who came up with the idea of having like a sort of, no, was it not? Oh, it was Ricky. And it was that choir sort of beginning with Mashana's vocals like layered up with the harmonies and everything. And do you know what? That song has also got one of my favourite harmonies in it of all, where it's like Mashana sings, "Am I in too deep?" And like on the last bit of Deep, there's that nice little high harmony when he sings it low. And oh man, yeah, that.
It's hard.
And it's like it's amazing. Like I love that so much.
The part that I live for with the song is the beginning intro, because of how like epic it sounds, especially coming off Ferocity. It just sounds huge. And then it's also the ending.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that is so good. You could go it's, and then it's also the last breakdown with
Oh,
like
yeah.
when I think
Breakdown.
I'm gonna like plug myself here, obviously. When I go and that's like all reverbed up with like you guys. It's just yeah. That bit, that section there.
I think if they want to hear
Sick.
that again, they should go onto Spotify and then listen to it again.
Yes, we leave for the
If you-
streams.
If you want to listen to a song that has over 15,000 streams, then go ahead. Yeah. Right, I just want to point out that for me, Fire is in my top 3 breakdowns of this whole album, but you'll find out the other 2 in the later video, so you're gonna have to stay tuned for that.
Sick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ollie's top 3. It's a YouTube series that is not pending.
Okay, guys. That was our breakdown for Fire. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all of that YouTube nonsense. And we'll see you guys in the next video where we'll be breaking down our debut single, Miraculous. Was that cool? I don't.
We're gonna have to keep that
Cut
in
it
as well.
Cut it. Just cut it. Cut it now.
Just cut it straight after he said miraculous. Is that cool? And then it ends.